What is going on, beautiful people? Welcome to another episode of A Narcissist Explains. I am self-aware, diagnosed narcissist Lee Hammock. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about having trust issues as a narcissist. Not having trust issues with a narcissist, having trust issues as a narcissist. Why narcissists don't trust you. Stay tuned, like, and subscribe. So one of the toughest things about being in a relationship as a narcissist is trusting others. And if you're new here, I'm a narcissist. Actually, I have narcissistic personality disorder. So I know a lot of people have trust issues with narcissists. You can find a lot of videos about that online. But this is from the narcissist perspective about trusting other people. Because a lot of narcissistic people are wary on trusting other people with our emotions and our vulnerability and things like that, with our trauma and things of that nature. And one of the reasons why this is true is because narcissistic people take your trauma, take your vulnerability, take your emotions, and use them against you when you do us wrong, or we feel like you've done us wrong. So a lot of us assume that you're going to do the same thing to us that we will do to you. That's one of the things I've had to work on in my relationship, being in therapy for the last 5 years. Just trusting my partner with my emotions and hoping and praying that she doesn't use them against me like I would use them against her in the past. So trust issues run rampant on both sides in a relationship with a narcissist. So welcome back. If y'all don't see it on there, the I Love Me brand is still here. The self-love brand is still here. It's still available. Link is in the description. This is the I'm Aware brand. This is the I'm Aware one right here, y'all. All right. This is my personal one right here. I'm aware. But anyways, y'all, welcome back. So trust issues as a narcissist. I know it doesn't make sense to a lot of people. Just bear with me. It'll make a lot more sense when you listen to me. It'll make a lot more sense when I go deeper into that video, because a lot of people, when I posted this on Instagram and TikTok, a lot of people wanted a deeper explanation on what was going on. Yeah, it makes these crowds make it hard to talk sometimes. But yeah, so trust issues as a narcissist. I know, like I said in my short video, I know people have issues trusting the narcissist. You can find probably 10,000 videos on YouTube about this. You probably can find about trusting a narcissist. But this is coming from the perspective of a narcissist trying to trust their significant other, trying to trust their friends and the family, trying to trust just the therapist in general, trying to trust anybody in their life, in our lives, with being vulnerable and stuff like that. Just trying to learn how to trust more, y'all. And this is part of it, y'all. It's just as a narcissist myself, just dealing with, trying to learn how to trust. Like, first of all, trusting my therapist to guide me along, like not to try to manipulate me and use and judge me and stuff like that. I had to learn how to trust my therapist, which is extremely tough. I know a lot of people might think it's not tough. Like, just go in there and talk. You have to trust. Like, once you have your guard up, like a lot of narcissistic people do, it's hard to let anybody in, including a therapist, including your wife, including your kids, including your husband, whoever it is, including your parents, whoever it is, y'all. Whoever it is, it's tough to do that. So I tell people, it's not a simple thing to be a narcissist and deal with this type of situation, So learning how to trust, because me and my wife, we have a whole bunch of arguments. We have a whole bunch of blow ups and things like that. I would blow up on my kids. I'll blow up. Like, I was just a rageful person. Rageful, full of rage. You know what I mean? And it would come out. I was explosively angry. You know what I mean? And one of the main reasons I was angry because I didn't trust people. I couldn't talk. I couldn't speak my mind because I didn't trust people not to use their stuff against me. Because as a narcissist, I know I will use this stuff against you. So I'm assuming that everybody thinks like me. I'm assuming that you're going to use it against me because I would use it against you. So I play things close to the cuff. I keep things close to the cuff and whatnot. Just so I won't get my feelings hurt. So I won't ever be in I call it a relationship deficit. I won't be in a relationship deficit. You know what I mean? I can be in this dynamic. I can be who I want to be. I can be where I want to be in a lot of these situations and whatnot. So me and my wife have these blow ups, and my therapist said you having blow ups because you have trust issues. Like, you are scared to be vulnerable. Like, you're ashamed that you experience emotions and things like that. And that shame turns into anger because you can't express those emotions because you're learning that it's kind of like I'm a kid sometimes. Like, I'm learning emotions as I go. You know what I mean? I'm learning how to be more empathetic. I haven't gained more empathy yet. I'm learning how to be more empathetic, like cognitively empathetic. I see when somebody's crying, I can hug them. I might not feel something when they're crying, but I can hug them and be there for them. You know what I mean? I can do that. You see what I'm saying? I haven't gained more empathy, but I see somebody crying or somebody hurt. I understand I understand it. I'm like, oh, that's what you're crying because you're sad. Okay, let me hug you real quick and stuff like that. Let me hug you and tell you I'm gonna be there for you and tell you everything's gonna be okay. I understand that. You know what I mean? But trying to understand these emotions and be vulnerable with them is tough. It's tough as hell, y'all. And this is not me trying to get y'all to feel sorry for narcissists. I know. Lee, we weren't gonna feel sorry anyway. We hate narcissists. They're demon bastards. So there you go. You don't have to worry about that, Lee. We gonna hate them anyway. Okay, cool, gotcha. You know, but that's the way the dynamic goes in a lot of these situations. Like a lot of people get caught up dealing with narcissists and trying to, get the narcissist to open up to them. Like, just open up to me. Just be vulnerable. They don't trust you, y'all. And like, but Lee, how do we get them to trust us? It takes baby steps, honestly. And that person has to be taking the steps themselves. They have to be on their therapy journey or working on themselves at least in some, trying to be more vulnerable, trying to be more expressive, doing some research on themselves. You know what I mean? They're working through their childhood trauma, working through their adulthood trauma, working through whatever trauma they've experienced, working through their loss, working through their grief, whatever they experience. They have to want to do that themselves. You know what I mean? And once they on that path, then maybe only then will they possibly be able to do that. But that's how it works, though. You're dealing with a lot of narcissists and toxic people. That's how the mind of a narcissist works, y'all. You know what I mean? I have problems trusting my wife, so I would yell and scream at them because I feel like I couldn't trust them. I had to bottle up all my emotions, and sooner or later, when you bottle stuff up and you shake it up, you get the right chemical reaction in that bottle. It's gonna pop. You mean? With a chemical reaction with a narcissist is like, a chemical reaction with a narcissist is like you shake it up. It's some insults, it's some criticism, it's some shame. You put it in that bottle, shake it up, boom, rage. Boom, silent treatment. Boom, stonewalling. Boom, discard. Whatever happens, y'all. And that's the way it goes a lot of times in these toxic relationships with narcissistic people. They don't trust you. I know you don't trust them. I understand that, y'all. I get that. I understand that. That's why I said at the beginning of the video, I know you don't trust them, but it's also on the other side, they probably don't trust you, and it has nothing to do with you. Unless you have actually used something they told you against them. If they told you something and you used it against them, then they probably will never trust you again. I'm gonna be real with you. If they told you that they had abandonment issues as a kid or whatever, like my dad walked out on me, I was just trying to make it work or whatever, and then y'all got into the argument and you threw that in his face or her face, whatever, they'll never trust you again with information. I'm just being real with you. If they do, that's years, decades down the road. I wouldn't trust you again. That's my personal mindset. I wouldn't trust you again. You know what I mean? But anyway, y'all, let me hop up this thing. Short, sweet, to the point today. Like and subscribe for more. Like I said, the brand is available. Mental Healness is out. Peace.